Okay, I think I'm live. Okay. I think I'm live. Can everyone hear me? See me? This is a brand new setup that I have going on right here, so I'm not sure how well it's going to go, but if you guys are able to see and hear me, then I think we're doing well. But this is what we're going to be making. So I have this. I have this wood round that I got from Dollar Tree Plus. So you can see I got it for $3 back before they started marking these as $5, but these used to be $3. And that just proves it. Hello. Hi. Yay. Okay. I'm so glad I can see everybody. I'm glad people can see me. This is great. So my husband set me up with this fancy new setup today, and this is what we are working on to make sure you guys will be able to see my face and then also see what I'm working on at the exact same time. And I feel like it's just way more convenient this way. And then I have another screen over there where I can actually see the chat as things happen. So I think this is a setup that works for everybody. So I just wanted to make, if I'm going to do a live, I figured I'd do a craft while I'm going live. So yes, so this is what we have working on right here. And so you can actually see all the materials that I'm working with. I'm going to be using this first. I only have a small amount of this left, and you'll see that when I open this up. But look how I have so much little of this left because I use this so often. I love this, and I also love plaster from Waverly. Those are my two colors that I use the most. So, yes. Brandy, yes. Big thank you to my husband, Clint. He's amazing. He has been supporting me from day one for my entire crafting journey. When I first posted a video, I guess a couple years ago, my first video ever, he was kind of like my behind-the-scenes director in a way. And I'd be like, okay, do I sound weird? Can you hear me, see me? And he's like, yeah. And then, he'd kind of give me tips here and there on what I should be doing better. But at least I had someone, with me to be able to tell me what to do. But yeah, it was during COVID, so we couldn't see anybody. So I had my in-house director with me. All right, so now to actually dive in to the craft here. So this, I need to remember where this is at all times. This is very important. But at least when we're painting right now, that doesn't matter. So lots of painting first. I have my one clean paintbrush right now. I'm behind. I need to clean all of my brushes, you guys. And that's exactly why I didn't have a regular crafting video out today, but I figure I might just start going live on Sundays instead of pushing out another craft video. TBD, not sure yet. All depends on what my bandwidth is, just personally with my job and just other, responsibilities, but yeah. So I went to a Dollar Tree today, and I think I just need to stop going to that one because the one that I went to today is just so far behind. They still had fall stuff out, and there was they had barely any Valentine's Day stuff was out. They had Peeps out though. It's so funny how these Dollar Trees, they may not have Easter stuff out, but they always seem to have Peeps out first. Do you guys notice that too? Yeah, Rebecca, I really, for a short time there, I was doing 2 regular craft videos a week. It definitely catches up with me though, and, kind of burns me out quick, so I'm just deciding, if I get inspired and decide to put out a video, a second one a week, maybe I will, but it's really just whether or not I have I guess, ideas or not. I kind of have themes that I like to do, but, you know, you may not have all of your crafts just sorted out. I mean, I'm already thinking about Easter ones, though, I will say that. I have a couple ideas already in mind for Easter that I'm really, really excited to try. And looks like I might be finishing my paint during this live, actually. I think I'm going to finish this paint officially. I have had this one forever. It lasted me, like, I don't even know, a year maybe? And that's, like, amazing for, like, someone that paints in almost every video. But, yeah, sorry, the majority of this video is just going to be me painting for a little bit until I finish this. Alright, so what is everybody saying on the chat? I'm trying to paint and look at the chat at the exact same time. Yeah. Yeah, shorts are going to be awesome for YouTube. You know, YouTube's kind of like becoming TikTok in a way. And then for creators that are monetized, they can actually start monetizing shorts come February 1st, I believe. But YouTube has already asked us to at least like set up our monetization on shorts if you're already just monetized for regular videos. So I went ahead and set that up, and now I'm just waiting until February 1st when we can actually see if we get paid or not for shorts. But I will say that I know a lot of people are saying that they like shorts, and they're kind of becoming addicted to watching YouTube shorts, kind of similar to how they watch TikTok, because it's just so easy to scroll to another video and another video. And that is exactly why I had to get off of TikTok, because I was just scrolling. Another video, endless scrolling, and it was just taking up way too much of my time. So I know a lot of other creators are on TikTok, and good for you guys. I'm glad you guys have the restraint, because I would post a video and then I would just stay on TikTok for hours. Literally hours, you guys. So it's not for me. Maybe in another life. Not right now. But we are getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. So, sprinkled and painted. You have an airbrush? Please tell me more about this, and do you like it? Because that would help save me a lot of time. I will say that the one downside to YouTube Shorts I've noticed so far when I've been trying to upload them is they seem to really just like original content. And it's kind of, you know, similar with just regular YouTube videos in general, right? Because they don't want you like painting. They don't want you uploading like, you know, somebody else's content or like third-party content, however they say it. But so, you know, YouTube has to be original content most times. And so I've tried to, after I make a reel on Instagram, then upload that reel to YouTube as a short. And YouTube doesn't like it. And I'll have some kind of like, I don't know, it says like it's ineligible for like monetization, things like that. They don't like it. They just like me to actually create it in YouTube. But I've heard that you should be able to actually create shorts from your regular videos, like clip them. And I haven't tried that before, but that would be amazing. And then if you can clip those clips, then you can actually have it redirect to the longer video, which would be absolutely amazing. Because that is kind of, you know, the goal for us crafters is if you have a long video, most times you want people to like actually watch that, you know, versus just watching like little clips. But now YouTube is definitely incentivizing us to create little clips as creators instead of just making long form videos. And that, you guys, is the history of YouTube. No, just kidding. So I'm just kind of going around here, as you can see, because I'm almost done painting this, and I'm really happy about that. But I love using chalk paint on my, just to change the subject, sorry, I have ADHD and I jump around subject-wise quite a lot, but just to quickly change the subject here with chalk paint, I love it because it just dries quick, which is great for when I'm making a DIY video, and also great for this live. But so I'm wearing actually gloves for this for multiple reasons, but I'm wearing gloves mostly because I got a really bad cut on my index finger from one of my lovely kiddos who was a little rambunctious. I bet you guys can probably guess which one it was. He got a little too hyper on catnip, but yeah. So that like just happened a couple hours ago, so I'm trying to like protect that cut. So I'm going to be wearing gloves for pretty much the whole video because I'm trying to protect it. And it was really painful. But that is the life of a cat mom, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So I fully accept that I'm going to get scratches here and there. But I will say that it was a lot worse when he was a baby, because it's just like claws, you know. Everything is just claws. So he's been quite reserved as an adult, well, semi-adult. But he still has those rambunctious moments, which is totally fine because he's not even a year old yet, so it's to be expected. Hi, Robin. Sorry, I'm not really paying too much attention to the chat, you guys. I'm so sorry. I get so focused on like one thing, you know, that I'm doing, and I just can't seem to do more than one. I apologize, but I promise I'm going to keep looking at the chat here and there throughout. So don't want you guys to think I'm ignoring you, because I'm not. I'm just when I craft, I'm just so focused on what I'm doing. But all right, and this is like, it feels like it's like nearly dry already. By the time I got to the end of this, it's basically dry, which is going to be great for what I do soon. But yeah, just a couple spots here. The gloves were kind of messing up the paint a little bit because I was holding it and it was still wet technically, so that's my fault. And I really am almost done with this paint. I need to go to Walmart and buy more. And that is where you find it. So I know folks were saying a while ago that Waverly's supposed to be going away, but that doesn't seem to be the case in my Walmart. Like, they're just getting in new colors, they're restocking it all the time. Like, I don't think Waverly's leaving my Walmart. So I don't know. Does anyone know what's going on with that now? Any Plaid ambassadors know what's going on with that? Yeah, sprinkled and painted. I might just do that. I might reach out to you about your airbrush, because you say you love it, so that's great. Alright. But yeah, that would help save a lot of time on projects, especially when trying to make a video. Alright, so we're going to just let that chill for a minute, but it's like mostly, I can see a couple wet spots. And also, like, I'm kind of going quick because I am on a live video here. But, yeah. So, it's a little bit still wet. I might have to break out the hair dryer. So I don't have a heat gun anymore ever since I broke it. So I have just been using an old hair dryer, and it seems to just work fine. It works the same way. But yes. So yeah, I have all my materials with me that I'm going to use. So I think while I'm waiting for this to dry, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next step, because I need to, here, I'm just going to shift this over here, but I need to get this, hopefully this isn't wet, no, this is dry. But what I'm going to do is I am going to stain this actually, and so I couldn't find the brown one. I only found this regular neutral blank wood one and the black bead one And I thought about maybe using that for this project, but I decided, you know what, I'm just going to stain this instead. So, let's see if I can find my makeup wipes. These are actually Dollar Tree makeup wipes. Michelle, hi, don't worry about it. I just kind of popped on, like, I decided, like, within an hour or so of saying I was going live, and then it happened. So, do not feel bad about joining late. Nobody is late here. We're all just joining at the time we're supposed to join and having fun. Alright, so got my makeup wipe, and I'm going to be using some, yeah, there we go, antique wax. My favorite go-to thing. So this is going to be interesting because I'm going to stain this whole thing. That's what I'm going to do. So let's try it, because I've never done anything like this before and I don't know how it's going to turn out. But you know what? Maybe it'll have a nice rustic look to it, and probably some pieces are going to be a little bit darker than others just because of the way the stain falls, but I'm just kind of, if I don't like one side, you can just flip it over, right? So that is the good part about this. I've never stained anything like this before, so we shall see. I feel like I put a little, maybe too much here, but yeah, there we go. Okay, now I feel like I'm getting a good rhythm. Here we go. I'm just kind of experimenting live for you guys. Oh, I'm trying to not have as much stain. I don't want it to show up a lot, but I felt like I needed some kind of contrast with what I'm doing here. So, but you guys will see. But I'm just kind of, and they keep flipping because they're beads on a circle. And, well, you know, I'm like, why are they flipping? Well, what else could they do? But we are almost there. So, I don't know. I have an idea of what I want to make here, but I'm kind of also just deciding things in the moment. So we'll see if this actually turns out good. We shall see. Because I totally just made this up tonight. As you can probably tell. But, yeah. I kind of want to make sure I do the ones on the side too, because you'll see them. But I don't know. I thought, let's just try this one live and we'll see how it turns out. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm kind of making the stain not quite as dark. I'm kind of messing with it with my makeup wipe to make sure it doesn't come out quite so dark when I first use this. I don't know if you guys can tell. Hopefully you guys can see this good with this new setup. So I realize that this, you know, this might not be everybody's taste, and that's okay. You know, my projects are not going to be for everyone. I'm really just here, you guys, to inspire you guys. So purely just use this as inspiration, use this as a template for something you really want to make. And that is my mantra now of 2023. My crafts are not for everyone. You know, so sometimes I felt like I used to take it too personally if somebody didn't like what I made. But, you know, I'm like, you know, I need to stop doing that and not take it so personally. So that is new year, new mantra. It's okay. I'm just here to give you guys ideas, and that is the point. Sprinkled and painted. I'm not sure what you mean. Try it with try it in a plastic bag. I'm keeping all these beads on the thing, so I'm not going to take them off the thing. So I'm just going to do it like this. But if this were an actual, you know, if these were actually separated beads, then I would definitely do that. But I can't take this thing apart. I don't have a, what are they called? Wire cutter, so I can't take the beads off this. So I'm just working with what I got. I'm so glad I decided not to wear this little lavalier mic that I have over here on my left on my apron, because if I had done that, you guys would have been able to hear me breathing the entire time. And I'm so glad I tested that out, and that now you can't hear that hopefully quite as much. So that would have been horrible. All right, I'm almost done. Oh, okay. Yeah, girl, since you're the expert on that, I'll leave that to you. I can't wait to watch your video on that, because I don't know, I haven't done that before, so I'm a little nervous to do that, but you go for it. You have fun. Sounds like you have a lot of great tips, so I can't wait to see them on your channel. So it's a little too late for me with the shopping bag, because I'm already this far in. But I'm almost done. I'm just kind of flipping them, and I'll be able to flip them more. But yeah, so we are almost done. I think I've got them all. Oh, except for this side. They just keep getting flipped over, which is fine. All right, well, that's great. If it works, great. I can't wait to see your video on it. But yeah, I mean, so I'm just kind of coming up with this on the fly. I wasn't sure if I was going to stain this or not, but that's why I don't have anything else. I just have my makeup wipes here, but you know, everyone crafts differently. I'm sure there's a right way to do things, but I just do it my way. But, you know, I always say in my videos, there's no perfect way to craft. You know, it's just whatever you're feeling in the moment, and your craft is what you like and unique to you. All right, so give or take a couple of these. It's really, but yeah, these are going to be flipped, so it'll all be good. But I think I basically did most of each side anyway, so, but yeah. All right, so I think we're in a good place now. It's stained, and I actually like this color stain on them a little bit more than the brown one that Dollar Tree has. It's just, it was a little bit too dark for my liking. So, you know, if you don't like it, then you can just get a blank one and you can stain it to the shade of your choice, which is what I'm doing. All right. I don't know where to put this. Oh, there we go. Trash can. Okay, so like I said, totally just came up with this project idea on the fly. Don't even know if it's gonna work, but that is the fun of lives, right? You get to see everything live. We'll do it live. All right, so I have my antique wax put away now, and that is another great reason to wear gloves, because it gets you know, actually this was pretty good. Believe it or not. And I probably because I had the makeup wipe that I didn't get it all over my hands. So that's great. But there you go. Leanne, I have not been crafting very long. To answer your question, I really started during COVID. So, yeah, I started during, I guess, 2020. So I consider myself a beginner. I don't consider myself an expert at all, you know, so things happen as they happen. But what are my favorite things to work on? I mean, I love crafting for Easter. I love to do Farmhouse. I do love to craft for Valentine's Day, which is why I make so many Valentine's Day videos normally every year. Love to craft for spring. I also love to craft the nautical stuff when that comes out. I love doing that. Yeah. Sprinkled and painted. Yeah. I guess this is how everyone's keeping their hands so clean, right? I mean, I got these gloves. I found these gloves on Amazon, and when I first started working with them, I'm like, oh, I feel like these are like, they look like, I don't know, serial killer gloves. And like, and I'm wearing an apron. Oh my gosh. So do not want to, I swear, just crafting. So we have our, so this is now, I think, it looks like it's fully dry. So, but we will see. But I have to remember, I'm trying to make sure to like not touch it with my actual stained fingers here on these gloves. But very important to remember where this is for hanging. All right, it's probably not exact, but let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. I got it perfectly lined up somehow. Just going to make sure these are all flipped over. That is important. All right. I kind of wish that these were just regular, like circular beads, not square beads. I don't know. I'm not quite as much of a fan of those, but I'm just kind of lining up to where I want it to be because we're gonna secure this down now. Yeah, a lot of folks love to craft for Christmas, and I feel like, I don't know. I guess I don't like to craft for Christmas as much because of the colors and stuff like that. And I guess I'm a big fan of like the pastels. So I think that's why I gravitate more towards like Valentine's Day and Easter and yeah. But so, you know, I'm to each their own, you know? So, but yeah. So all right, let's flip this one around. I don't like the way that one looks. For some reason, a little bit of red glitter is getting on these, and I didn't think I had red glitter on my crafting mat, but I think that's from Valentine's Day. I'm pretty sure that's from my my wire wreath rail with all the ribbon that I was using, and I think one of the ribbons had like red glitter in the middle of the heart, so I think it came off, and I didn't wipe down my mat before this. But anyway, I digress. Okay, so we're gonna secure this down, and basically, I'm just trying to see how I could secure this down because it was a great idea in my head, but I mean, I figured I'd just put some glue on some of these and then just kind of lay it down. But I'm using a really, really strong hot glue, and I'm using Gorilla Glue, and I love that because it's great for outdoor wreaths and things like that. It holds up nice in the weather. But yeah. So yes, I do have Dollar Tree Pluses in almost every one of my Dollar Tree stores. It's coming to almost every single one. It's pretty much in every single one. All right, so let's try this. Ugh, I'm like, should I put the hot glue down first or should I glue the beads? I feel like I'm gonna, Alright, so that's the hard part about this, you guys. And normally if I'm filming it for a video, then I can actually do a little bit more planning, but it's so hard when you're live. So, alright. I guess I'm just gonna... You know what? I think I'm just gonna glue it on the thing, and then I'll lift up the beads. Alright, yep, I think that's the way to do it. And then that way it gives me a little bit more freedom to kind of lift up the beads on the other side while I hold this down. But, like I said, I'm still technically a beginner crafter, if you will. I don't know how many years it takes to be able to say you're not a beginner crafter anymore. Yeah, I think this is the way to go. Okay. Oh wow, we have 22 people watching. Thank you guys. I wasn't even looking. Welcome, welcome. I am right in the middle of a craft, as you can tell. But how it's going, TBD. So, have you guys been watching that show on Netflix, The Home Edit? Because I just started watching it this past week, and now I'm obsessed, and I just reorganized my entire craft room. I feel like they would be proud of me. But if you guys haven't been watching it, it's all about organization, and they organize people's homes, and or they'll like pick a room where they really need help, and they'll like, please help me organize my kitchen, or my my office, or my, you know, things like that. And like, just everything comes out so beautiful and organized. It makes my type A-ness happy. But yeah, so if you guys need something to watch, check that out. And if you guys have any shows that you're liking right now, please let me know. Because my husband and I just ran out of shows to watch, and we both desperately need something to watch together, because we love finding shows that we can watch together. But if you do have some recommendations just for me, I'm not going to complain. Alright, yes, we are still aligned. Yes! This is coming out a little bit better. I don't want to get my hopes up too much, but it's coming out a little better than I had hoped. So, I am very happy about that. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Yes, please, please, if you're watching, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. It helps the video do well and helps other people see it. If they're online and are looking for videos to watch, it'll hopefully push up my video to the top and let folks know that I'm on and I'm live. And come watch. Come watch me do something with this. Alright, I think I don't feel like anything's moving too much anymore. But yeah, you know, yeah, I think we're secure enough now. I'm not sure how long this craft is going to take, mostly because I'm talking the whole time. But, yeah. Alright. So I was kind of debating what I wanted to do here, and I feel like, I don't know, I'm kind of feeling like maybe I should just do my distressing first. And I probably should have done the distressing first, but I was talky talk. So I think I might just distress. And I don't have, shoot, I don't have paper towels. Normally what I do is I take a little bit of antique wax on a paper towel and go like that, and I just draw like a bunch of X's, and that helps me get the excess off of it nicely. I might have to just use these because I don't have anything else like paper towel like. But if anyone has any ideas for something I could get the excess wax off of, please let me know. Because something within reach, because I would have to go downstairs and leave the live. This is the fun of lives. You never know what's going to happen. Alright. Getting the antique wax. Thank you so much. Yes, exactly, Leanne. Everyone has their own style. Everyone has their own crafting style. Everyone has their own methods that they like and prefer. Exactly. There's no one perfect way to craft. All right. So I should have done this before, but I distracted myself. So let's see if you guys can see this, but I just wanted to distress this whole thing pretty much. And okay, see, it's taking off too much of the excess now. But we shall see. But I will say the good part about this is it's kind of like diluting the wax a little bit. So like differently than a paper towel would, but like, you know. All right, I got a little bit on the bead. I didn't mean to do that. But it's gonna, I'm just kind of like going around and like taking some off with my glove. But I really wanted to just dress this whole thing and make it farmhouse, but I don't know. I might actually just wait. So I'll do the ends, because I feel like the ends are actually turning out better than I thought. And then I'll just go back after I've done the stencil. I don't know, guys. I'm just talking to myself. Just thinking out the process. But I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm actually liking the way the sides look. That, to me, I like that. Let's see if I have more. But I feel like, hopefully, by the time this is done, hopefully it will seem like something you could sell at like a flea market or like in a booth or something. I would love to have one of those someday. I don't have any like flea markets near me, which really is not cool. Because when I still lived in Pennsylvania, I would be going to flea markets every weekend with my mom, and she sells at flea markets. And I envy her so much because she's able to like pop over to her local flea market and sell her creations every weekend. So that is awesome. Oh, Natasha, that's great. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, I'm literally just thinking and just making this and just seeing how it turns out at the same time. So this is me, you guys. I'm a hot mess, and sometimes things turn out good. I'm just kind of taking off some of the excess by myself because I don't have paper towels handy. If you're just joining the live now, this is why I'm wearing gloves, but like I'm wearing gloves because I injured my finger, but also, hey, it's great for taking off some of the excess wax because I don't have paper towels handy, which I should have grabbed before I started. Anywho, I really do like how this is coming out. So where we live, we are not exactly in the kind of place where we can easily host a yard sale. We don't have a garage or anything like that, and we're in like a row home kind of thing. So it's really, really difficult because there's no parking at all. So that's why I haven't held a yard sale. But yeah, we have like no guest parking. We don't have driveways, nothing like that. So that is where I live. But I absolutely love our house. Even though it's tiny, I love it, love it, love it. And because we've really made it our own ever since we moved in. We bought this house about 4 years ago, and we have been DIYing it like ever since we moved in. So, and I've really turned it into like a farmhouse style house. And like we did our own pantry doors and made them like farmhouse style. I showed that a while ago on my Instagram, but I'll have to share that again so you can see it. But I love our pantry, and we actually turned, because we have such little space in our house, we had to convert the downstairs coat closet into our food pantry because there was like literally no place else to store food. I don't know how the last people that lived here did that, but so we converted a coat closet into like a full-size pantry that actually reaches the ceiling. And I'm so glad we did that. So my husband built shelves, he installed the shelves, he built the doors from scratch, all that stuff. So like it's literally a farmhouse looking pantry, and I absolutely love it. So that's what I'm saying, like, you guys, like, I don't feel like I can ever move or, like, leave this house because it's so personalized to us. And so I'm not the only DIYer in this family. My husband is huge. He's huge on DIYing. Like, if there's something that we can build ourselves, he's like, let's do that. Or I'll try to, you know, buy something and he'll be like, I think I can make that. So we are both DIYers through and through. And maybe that's why our relationship works. Laura, how do I tag you in something to show you a photo? If you want to tag me on Instagram, that is an easy way to tag me. Because I don't think you can tag me on YouTube unless you're able to, you guys. I'm not sure, but Instagram is really the best way to tag me in something. So my Instagram handle is thecraftyquinn.com. Sorry, that's my website. Sorry. It's just The Crafty Quinn. And that is how you can find me on Instagram. And that is how you can tag me in a picture, if you want to tag me in a picture. I got, like, bristles all over this. Sorry. Sorry if you guys could hear that in the mic. You know what? I think I do need to secure the top of this. But anyway, look at this. Here, I can actually show you. Like, look at this. I love this. It's so hard to see it with the light glare, I'm sorry. But hopefully I can capture all of this when I take a photo of this. I'm gonna post a photo of this later, probably here on YouTube or on Instagram, so check that out so you can actually see the final finished product, not just here in this, like, awkward color here on YouTube. But we tried to mess with, like, the filter and, like, the lighting on this, and I still come out looking like red. Like, hi! Basically, you want, like, if you don't mess with the saturation, you just look like white as a ghost, like completely pale. So we messed with it and we made my face a little bit redder just so I look like I have color in my face. And there's no other, like, filters that we could find before this. We're working with the natural filter of this streaming service, which was free, by the way, which is great. The best things in life are free. All right. I'm being a bad crafter, and I keep laying down my glue gun, not in my glue stand. So, there we go. I did it. All right. Okay, we are getting somewhere. Again, this is very important. This metal piece at the top is my indicator of how to align my stencil. And also making sure that I have it aligned in such a way where if the hooks, you know, the hooks have to match with that as well for hanging. So, that is what we're doing. All right. So, this is where I need your guys' input. Okay, so I have the stencil. I love it. This is from Dollar Tree. A lot of you probably recognize this if you're also farmhouse crafters. But here is where I need your guys' input because I'm trying to decide what color to make this, you know, what's in the stencil, the chicken, or sorry, the rooster, whatever. So please write in the chat what color I should make this stencil. So what we have is we have a white background, we have brown stained beads here, we have the side of this is distressed brown. What are your thoughts? Go. And meanwhile, I'm going to try and grab some paint for some options. I have black. I do have this antique wax. Technically, I could maybe use this antique wax for to stain it maybe in a way so that it shows up. But please, okay, black. Yes, black was my original thought. But let me go grab that actually. And you guys, please write in the chat while I'm gone what paint color I should use, please. I'm still here. I didn't leave the live. Just grabbing some paint. All right, I also have gray. I don't think gray will work. But here I have black. Let me get out the gray. Yeah. But I don't have a light brown color upstairs. But okay, so I got 2 votes for black. All right. I think that's what I'm going to go with because that is the majority here. And I was kind of thinking that already. All right, so let's see how that turns out. I'm going to put my stain away. I'm so bad at like remembering to put lids back on things, you guys. I don't know if anyone else is like that here. But all right. So I need to wash a lot of my paintbrushes, like I said. I have a lot that so I reuse a lot of paintbrushes. I'm trying to be good about reusing paintbrushes. But anywho, so this is the best pretty much paintbrush that I have right now. So I need to ask you guys, what kind of paintbrushes do you guys like to use for stencils? Because I'm not sure if I'm using the right ones. What I used to do was I used to dab it with like little sponges, and I feel like for the most part it came out okay, but the sponges, you know, when you get really close to an edge like this, they tend to go past your stencil and then leave lines. So do you guys use paintbrushes? And if so, like what kind of paintbrushes do you have? Do you use? Because I'm just using this. Instagram won't let me tag you. No! That's so weird. I don't know why it won't let you tag me. If your account is private, that might be it. Because my account is public, so it should let anybody tag me, but make sure you're following me too on Instagram, because I feel like that might also make a difference. But yeah, you can just send me a message too. All right, so I have a lot of paint. But anyway, here we go. We're gonna do this. Okay, so you use your airbrush. Okay. I've never used one before. That seems like that would also make this a lot easier too. But yes. All right. So kind of what I do is when I stencil, I just kind of like, if I'm worried that the paint's gonna go underneath it, I tend to like hold it down. I know a lot of people like to kind of you know, hold this down with tape. I didn't think of that, so I probably also should have held it down by tape. But anywho, I'm pretty sure I just I just flicked paint on this. Oh my gosh, I'm a mess. All right, we're just gonna start doing this and see how it turns out. I did this really successfully one other time with this stencil, and then let's hope I can have the same success. But what's great is, as you may have noticed, this paint dried while on live. That's pretty great. I didn't have to whip out my hairdryer. So I'm just kind of holding it down where I'm stenciling. I don't know if you can see this. Hopefully you can. With this new setup, I feel like you can, so that's great. But if you can't see it, let me know. Dark brown. Maybe she's doing the stencil. Yeah, that's what it is. It's called the bleeds, when you go a little bit past where you're intending to go, or it goes underneath your stencil. Thank you, I couldn't think of the word. All right. We're getting into another tedious part of this craft. But hopefully I can talk and focus at the same time. And apologies if I'm not looking at the chat, because like I said before, it's hard. It's so hard to do all of this. Making sure I'm looking at the places where I'm supposed to. All right. Just gonna hold this over here. But I have to say, you guys, I have loved these farmhouse stencils when Dollar Tree came out with them. And I can't find them anymore at all. And so if you guys are still able to find them, that's amazing. But I was able to find a second one of this one. So this is my second one because I ruined the first one because I didn't kind of lay it down flat or like nicely when I went to go store it. And then the stencil got all crinkly. And I tried to like bend it back into place, and it like I tried to like laying it down flat with like a, you know, heavy books and things like that, and then I even tried using like a little bit of heat too, and let me tell you, it was a bad idea, you guys. Don't use heat to try and fix this stencil. Bad idea, I just melted it. That's what it does. So I ended up having to find a second version of this stencil because all of that stuff failed, as you can imagine. Let's see. I'll try that brand. Chocator. Yeah, I don't have any Chocator. I personally haven't invested in it. From what I understand, it's a little bit expensive, right? Because that's the thing. I just haven't spent the money on it. All right, so, but I know that they have really good stencils that don't bleed. So, right, I think that's the appeal, and that they have a lot of farmhouse stencils too. Probably better than this Dollar Tree one. I'm really trying to make sure I'm getting like the feet and everything. Oh, I'm so worried this is gonna bleed through, you guys. We shall see. We shall see. Might have to touch this up later or here on live. I don't know. But I feel like some of this is going to come out looking like a little bit like lighter of a shade. Like it's going to look a little bit distressed. Yeah, I mean, I've heard that you can join as a designer and things like that. I just don't think I have the time to commit to selling that, is the thing. I don't want to have to, you know, be tied down to like meeting a certain quota or anything like that. I'm just not a salesperson, you guys. I just don't have it in me. I've never, like, even when I worked at like clothing stores that tried to get me to get people to like sign up for their like store cards and things like that. When I worked in like I used to work in American Eagle, and they used to try and make us sign people up for their credit cards, and we were like literally required to ask people to sign up for like the American Eagle store card and all of that, and you had to meet a certain quota. I couldn't do it then. I quit before I did. I'm like, nope, I quit. I can't do this. Nope. So, I'm not a natural born salesperson. Never have been. I don't think I ever will be. Laura, which stencils were you disappointed in? The Dollar Tree ones, I'm assuming? Or which ones? I'm just trying to go like kind of slow-ish with the stencil to like really make sure I don't have any bleeds. And like I'm telling you guys, the first time I used this stencil, the first time I used the stencil, I had it perfect. I don't think I had any bleeds at all, and it was the first one of these that I had. And I don't know how I got so lucky the first time. But yeah, Laura, yeah, these stencils, I mean, it's great that they're flexible, but I'm sure bleeds, you know, it's a big problem. So, I mean, and the thing is, like, you can't hold down every single letter and things like that with tape, so I'm just holding it with my finger. But I love this stencil because I just love the design, so I'm just working with what I got. So maybe some of it will actually turn out good, and so if it comes out if it comes out terrible, I'm sorry, you guys. At least I tried. But yeah, you just never know what's going to happen while on live. I don't go live very often, as you may know. And otherwise, I'm sure if I went live more often, then I'd be like better prepared for things too. But this was just totally a one-off. Wasn't sure if I was gonna go live. So if you're new here, welcome. If you're new to my channel, maybe you just stumbled upon this live or something somehow, which would be crazy, but that would be cool. Welcome. Please think about sticking around. Please think about giving this video a thumbs up. Hopefully I don't disappoint you. And no. Okay. Oh, it just moved. How did I do that? See that is the problem with these stencils. They move. I should have taped it down or something. I'm trying to see if I can get it. I'm trying to see if I can get it back in the spot that I had it in. It's just off by a little bit. If I just shift it just a little bit. Maybe if I just shift it up. Is it like that? Was it like that? Nope. Alright. I think I've done all I can do for that. I think it shifted a little bit and now I can't get it exactly back, but I should have taped this down. I'm sorry, you guys. My bad. I should have known. I should have known something was going to happen. But anyway, please consider subscribing. I feel like I just sounded like a robot. or like Siri, or like a flight attendant or something. Please consider. Oh, yeah. Hey, making a riser with this stencil sounds like a lot of fun, Michelle. I'm sure that, I'm sure it came out beautiful. But, yes, this stencil's not great. I feel like maybe I moved it with the, well, yeah, I moved the stencil myself, but like, I'm just trying to figure out how I moved it. Maybe it like, I don't know if maybe it got stuck to my glove or something. But come back in like an hour and maybe I'll be done with the stencil. Just kidding. See, it just moved because it got stuck to my glove. That's the problem. It's getting stuck to my glove. Oh, I just figured it out. Yeah, I trust me. I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna stop. Okay. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna see this through. I promise you guys. I'm just getting some excess paint off of this brush right now. All right, I'm just gonna power through now. Like I'm just gonna start going a little bit quicker. Sorry, I don't want to hold you guys here all night. Here we go. Here we go. I'm just pumping myself up. Oh yeah, that's the problem. It keeps getting stuck to my glove. Gloves are the culprit. But I need them right now because I'll get paint all over my fingers and in my cut. Alright. I'm just kind of dabbing the brush. Yep. My husband just joined. My husband just joined the live. I see the new setup is working. Thank you, honey. Oh my gosh. I just looked up and I saw that. Say hi to Clint, everybody. Oh my gosh. So funny. Oh, Beverly. That is a great idea. Has anyone tried to use the light adhesive spray that you can buy at Walmart and Michael's to hold them down? Just as anyone try that, I'm curious. Yes, that is a great idea. I think I might be too far gone for that right now, but maybe I should have sprayed the back of that and then kind of laid it down and set it. But now I know for next time. Thank you. All right, so these lines are going to be, actually, you know what? I should have waited. I should have waited. Okay. Here's what I'm learning, you guys. Do the lines last. Because if those are thrown off, it's going to be really bad. Just heard my dog come up the stairs. Oh. Hi, Mr. Crafty. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I am stenciling. So he's downstairs playing video games, and I'm up here on this live, just stenciling away. Oh my gosh, does anyone else have a husband who is a frequent gamer? And my dog, yep, my dog just broke in. My dog has officially entered the craft room. I should have locked the door. She might not jump up. The problem is the problem is my cats will be the next ones to come in, and that's where things will get bad. Because as you guys know, my cats are very curious when it comes to my crafts. And so once they break in, it's just gonna all go downhill even more from here. Sorry. So I'm kind of stuck because I'm holding this down, and I'm worried if I get up, I'm gonna move the stencil. Ooh. Oh gosh. Please don't bleed too much. I'm talking about the stencil, you guys. What kind of dog? Well, we don't know. She's a mix. We got her from a foster family that was fostering a pregnant mom and puppies. So that the organization that we got her through, they rescue pregnant moms from kill shelters and things like that. So that way, you know, everybody gets adopted. The mom gets adopted. All the puppies get adopted. The organization is called Homeward Bound, I think, or something like that. It's an organization in Pennsylvania. And so if you're looking for puppies, then I definitely recommend going through them. But it's just so great, and it just made me so happy to know that everybody was getting adopted. But what they do is they put the mom and the puppies with a family that takes care of them. So like the puppies grow up around like kids and stuff, you know. So like that I thought was like awesome. It's families that want to foster puppies and take care of them and give them love until they're ready to find forever homes. So I can't say enough good things about that organization. Just so happy about what they do. But yeah, we actually haven't done a doggy DNA test on her to find out what she is. But I would also love to do cat DNA test on my cats, because I'm really curious to see if Eddie especially is truly like a Lynx Point Siamese, because like he was a stray, but I mean he has all of like the personality traits of like a Lynx Point Siamese, and I've looked up, you know, like what exactly is he, because he's so unique, because he has some tabby markings, but then he has a lot of like Siamese cat traits with his like gray ears and whatnot, and like his blue eyes that are just gorgeous. So I would just love to know, you know, what exactly is he. But his tail is just so interesting. His tail looks like a tabby cat with all the black and gray stripes and whatnot. And his tail looks very similar to my other cat, Marcus, who you guys have first met if you've been following me a long time from the beginning of when I first started my channel. Marcus was the one, he was still basically a kitten at that point, and he was the one that was like really interested in all of my crafts and like jumping up and like trying to get in every video that I made. Just naturally, like I didn't put him on the table, he literally would just jump up when he saw my brush moving, my paintbrush moving or something, and he would just jump up there and be like, "What you doing?" And then when Eddie joined our family, same thing. Same curiosity. So we got 2 crafty kitties in this family. Meanwhile, my dog is afraid of my crafting. And that is why you never see her in my videos, because I don't know what it is, but she doesn't like it when I craft. She runs downstairs, she runs the other way. She associates crafting with like making loud noises. And so I guess her ears are just super, sensitive and pick up on that stuff. And like, so if I whip out like a hairdryer, she assumes that I'm going to like whip out a hairdryer for like every craft. So if I start crafting, like, or start getting my craft supplies or roll out my crafting mat, anything like that, she's gone. She's gone. But now at least I'm working in, my office, so I don't have to worry about that quite as much, and I can kind of like have the door closed and things like that, so she doesn't have to worry about like running away in time before I start the hairdryer. But she likes to be close to me, but she knows that when I start crafting, it might get loud, so she's like, "Nope, sorry, you're on your own, bye." And meanwhile, the cats could not care less. I swear, Eddie does not care about hairdryers at all. It's so funny. Like, I think he actually likes it. My cats are just cute little weirdos, right? That's kind of what cats are. But Eddie's obsessed with water, and he likes to play with, basically he likes to kind of look for sources of water to like play with. So we have to watch him like crazy because he has fallen in the toilet twice. And meanwhile, my other cat has never done that, ever. And so we're like, what is with this cat? He's just so crazy. And that would be the Lynx Point Siamese. Apparently they are just like lovable, like crazy nutcases. So they're very loyal, they're very loving. They love, pets and cuddles, and like they love to just like rub them, their bodies like all over your legs and stuff, and they love cuddles. But at the same time, everyone online says the same thing about them, that they're just chaotic. Which we had no idea. I mean, I just saw this adorable cat, and I'm like, oh, he needs a home. I just want to take him home. Meanwhile, he's just so chaotic. Oh my gosh. We had to baby-proof the house, for sure. I mean, we already kind of had it, like, baby-proofed a little bit when we had Marcus, but we didn't know how much we needed to baby-proof the house even more when we got Eddie. Yeah. So, thanks, Beverly. Yeah. Please hold your breath for me. And hopefully I will pull this up and the stencil will be amazing, right? Well, I'm getting to the end here. Everyone hold your breath. Oh, I'm so nervous. It might look a little wonky. I'm so nervous, you guys. I was like doing a mix of like kind of dabbing the brush and just kind of like, I'm not really like painting, but I'm just trying to like make sure I get get it in the spot. Ah, we are almost done. We are almost done. Okay, you guys. I'm so nervous. I know I said that like 5 times, but I really am. And if this doesn't come out looking good, we can just all have a laugh about it together, okay? All right. I think I'm done with this. I think I'm at my end point. All right. Here we go. Big reveal time. Oh, okay. All right. I don't have paint on my fingers. All right. Big reveal. Okay, how do I pull this up? It's so hard to pull this up with gloves. And you start at this corner, I don't know. It's really big reveal time. I can't even pull it up. Oh my gosh. Okay. You know what? I think I need to take my glove off. All right. I'll take off the one that doesn't have the cut. All right, it's the only way I'm gonna get this thing up. I need to just use my fingernail. Ah. Okay, bad part about these stencils. Okay, it was like, it was ready to come up a million other times when I was doing this. There we go, there we go. I got an end. Oh! Look at that, you guys! Holy moly! Wow. Okay, it didn't bleed. Yeah, it didn't bleed. Woo! Sorry, I'm celebrating because I'm just like, what? What? Ugh. I need to put my sweaty glove back on. Wow. That actually went way better than I thought. Holy moly. And wow, we have been streaming for more than an hour. Holy moly. Okay. Thank you. If anyone stayed on and watched this entire time, thank you so much. Because, yeah, I'm shocked. Alright. But, yeah. Alright. So it came out better than I thought. It might be a little bit wet or not. So the paint that I used, the black paint that I used to paint this with, this is actually technically, it's an acrylic paint. But it's a matte finish, which is great. There's no, nothing else that you really have to do with it. But, this is why I like using something like this, and I like using chalk paint because it's, not really any prep needed. There was like a little, like, okay. Yeah, I thought I got like a little tiny dab of paint on that. Turns out it was just like paint dust or whatever. So, yeah, we are good. This, didn't bleed, surprisingly. So what I did was, if anyone has seen me, if anyone saw me do this, I was kind of holding down each section. Like, basically, the section that I was painting, I was holding it down, like, right next to it. And that was pretty much the best way I could have done this, because I didn't have tape. I didn't have any, tape, like, painter's tape or anything to hold this down with. So I just had to use my fingers, as you saw. But it looks basically almost perfectly even all the way around, from like top to bottom here, from side to side. Yes, all right. So I will say this is kind of like the typical length of like a craft for me. Okay, so here's the one downside though. It is so stark black. It is just kind of really, really bright in your face, and like it doesn't really go with the fact that the sides of this is all distressed, and I just feel like it all needs to match, and this is where I typically, the distressing kind of all comes in. So I want to distress over it, but just lightly. Hey Clint, if you're still on the chat, would you mind bringing me some paper towels, because that would be super helpful. My husband, if anyone wasn't here for that, my husband was on the chat briefly. And he's downstairs gaming, and I'm upstairs crafting. But paper towels would be great. All right, you guys, I'm gonna start distressing this, because that is what I love to do for Farmhouse Crafts. But yeah, I feel like it just needs to be even. I don't know. Like I don't want to do like a ton of antique wax or anything like that. But yes, I will distress over it because it looks too bright. And yeah, all right. Here we go. I kind of start to wow, there was like nothing on this brush. I like to start out really, really light with the distressing, because you can always go back, add more. That is my crafting technique. Start light and then add more as you go along. But yeah, so anyway, I should have distressed this first, but because I didn't distress this wood piece first, this is what I have to do. But yeah, I always decide to distress things a little bit too late, and so I kind of have to do other techniques to make up for that. But sometimes you just decide things on the fly, and so it's all good. It's all good. It all comes out, hopefully the way you want it to, or close to it. All right. I kind of have to go Like, I'm trying to get under, like, the brushes here. But I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I hope you guys kind of got to know me a little bit more. Is that my husband that I hear? Were you? You guys, he brought me paper towels. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh my god, amazing husband for the win. Oh my gosh. What? Thank you for joining my stream. Oh my gosh, alright. We are in business. This is too funny. Oh my gosh, alright. Oh my gosh, so funny. I was like, no way. Alright. Here we go. Alright, so some of it's going to have a little bit more distress over it. Some of it, it's going to be a little bit lighter in sections. It's fine. It's fine. Alright. I love how this is kind of like catching the wood grain at the same time. It's so light. The distressing is so light. I don't know if you guys can even see this. But that's how, like, little I put on there. But I swear, if you guys were actually here in person, it looks a lot better than that, in my opinion, anyway. But like I said, I go so light because I'm just so worried I'm going to do too much. But anyway, we are in business. We have paper towels. This is great. And next time I will remember to bring paper towels because they really come in handy. I hope I didn't bore you guys to tears. These beads are still rolling around a little bit. Just the ones that I didn't glue down are rolling a little tiny bit, so that's the one downside. But it's all good. Hopefully it's, okay, is it looking like a little bit darker, I hope? Yeah, he is a nice guy, Beverly. He is the best. We've been together 10 years. And we got married in 2018, but we met in college. And we actually met on a dating app, OkCupid. I don't know if anyone's used that before, but we actually met that way. But we were in a class together, and we were a little bit too shy to talk to one another. But we each had a crush on each other in class. Didn't know that about the other. I thought I was trying to flirt with him at one point, and I thought I was being obvious, but he said I really wasn't. He's like, your idea of flirting? Yeah, no, that wasn't. I'm like, oh, okay. So I epically failed, but because I was the more outgoing one. And he just like so we met in like a speech class at our college. It was a required class, and because otherwise we would not be in any of the same classes. He was a biology major, so we would not be in any classes together, and I was communications. So yeah. So anyway, so it was a one class. Nothing came out of that, and then we ended up meeting on OkCupid while we were both still in college. And I was like, wait a minute, like I actually found him first, just totally accidentally on OkCupid, and I was like, that looks a lot like the guy I had a crush on in class. And his profile photo was him climbing a boulder. He was literally climbing a boulder, like just, I guess, trying to show that he was like really outdoorsy on his like dating profile. And I'm like, and it was a humongous boulder. And he was like teeny tiny, and I was still able to like pick him out that it was him. And I was like, there's no way. Is that actually the guy that I had a crush on from class? And it was. And so So I scrolled to like his profile or whatever, and I was like looking through, and apparently OkCupid notifies the people like when you like look at people's profiles. I didn't know that. So I was like looking through it, and he must have gotten a notification that I was like looking through his profile. And so I had like scrolled off it, like, okay, you know what, it's probably not gonna happen. So I scrolled off his page. I'm like, no way, he's not gonna talk to me. And then he messaged me, and he was like, wait a minute, like, weren't we in a class together? And I was like, yeah, I think I remember you. And I was like trying to be all like coy and stuff. When secretly I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's so cute, I have a crush on him. And yeah, so that's kind of, we started messaging on like fall break, and then once classes were back in session, then we decided to meet up for the first time for a first date. And I was really late, kind of starting out because I'm always late, and so I kind of gave him like a new kind of like time frame when I was going to be arriving at like the local coffee shop that we went to. And so then, because I had made the time frame so late, then he ended up being late because I threw him off. And so I was in line at the coffee shop, and I was literally in the middle of like paying for my drink, and like kind of noticed he was gonna try and pay for my stuff, but I was too quick. And he literally, I didn't know he was behind me. Like, he didn't tap on my shoulder or anything because he was like really shy. So he's just like watching. He's just standing there like a ninja, just completely silent. It was so funny, but that was like the best date ever because we sat there and we literally talked for maybe like 2 hours or more, and we just hit it off immediately. Like, we didn't want to stop talking to each other. And yeah, that's kind of like, it was just kind of like, the chemistry was kind of like instant. Like, we just didn't want to pretty much like be apart from each other after that. Yeah, so that's kind of like the story of how we met. But yeah, and also turns out like we lived in the same kind of like apartment complex for a little while, and he used to see me kind of like walking back and forth and stuff, so he'd notice me there. But yeah, I mean, it didn't, like, the actual dating and connection didn't actually happen until we were on OkCupid. But all right, so we're almost good here, but it looks a little awkward here because it's the metal right there, and like you can't, yeah, there's like a kind of a gap there, so I gotta do something with that. But anyway, sorry this craft is taking forever. But now you guys know a little bit more about my life and my husband, as I call him. But I'm kind of distressing there because, okay, so my plan basically is to do a bow on top of this, and like a real like farmhouse bow. I like to kind of like layer different pieces of ribbon, but I also kind of feel like maybe it needs some greenery or something. I'm still debating. I feel like maybe greenery would be good with this, but do you guys have any thoughts? What kind of greenery I should add that could go under a bow? So I'm going to cover up this metal part. I don't want that piece sticking out, but I'm going to grab a few options. So I'm not leaving the stream, just grabbing, put a buffalo check bow or something, cover it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. Just looking at my options here for greenery. I don't seem to have too many options. I swear, you guys, I'm still on the live. I didn't leave, I promise. All right. So I actually have this. It's oh, I have a ribbon in there. I was looking for this. Yeah, so I have like lamb's ear. I think I'm out of boxwood. But this might work actually, because it's kind of like light. This might work. I don't know. Do you guys like the lamb's ear? That's kind of what I have. Let me see if I can find anything else. The boxwood that I have is like way too green. Let's see. will work. Let me see. Maybe it will. So I have this also. I have these. I'm not sure, but I just love how like light this is because I feel like it kind of goes with the farmhouse vibe. Okay. All right. Seems like that's a go. All right. Now I just need to cut out a good piece. So what this is actually a garland from Walmart. And so for different like wreaths and whatnot, I've just been cutting out pieces of this as I go along. And it's actually worked out pretty good. But I actually kind of saved money this way by buying it in a garland versus individual pieces. Yeah, I saved a few bucks. So that's why I've just been using this and just kind of cutting what I need from it. But I highly recommend doing that if you're getting your florals from Walmart. So I've been buying a lot of my like really nice florals from there because they'll have, you know, those 99-cent sales and whatnot. Do you guys ever do those? Do you guys ever look and see what they have in their 99-cent floral section? All right, so I got that piece right there. Or, you know what? It might be better on this side. I think it's better on that side, yeah. But let's see. I need to find a good piece here. This is kind of going that direction. Yeah, I think this is my piece right here. Yep, all right. All right. And also what I like about this being in a garland is it's a lot easier to cut. Like I'm not dealing with like wire pieces. But so I would love to use boxwood also, but the pieces that I have right now are like way too green and I want to do more of a muted green just to kind of go with this like farmhouse look vibe that I'm going for right now. But yes, I agree. Boxwood would also look lovely. I do agree. I'm just not sure if this is the project that I want to do that for right now. So, but I appreciate everybody weighing in. I appreciate everybody voting. Thank you so much. It's still very helpful. Okay, so I think I might do a floral wire. Kind of debating if I want to hold it together that way or if I just want to glue it. But I kind of can do either one. So I have these two pieces, but let me sort out my ribbon. So as you guys can see over here, if you're looking in the little bubble with my face in it, I have a lot of ribbon over here. I actually just redid my ribbon section. So what you're witnessing right now is this is the craft side of my office / craft room. So the other half is literally my workstation, and the other half is this, my craft section. So literally the room is like divided in half. One side work, one side craft. And so this is another part of my ongoing organization efforts ever since watching the home edit, and taking it all very seriously. So, all right, so I'm picking the ribbon. All right, so I have that one. All right, I like the farmhouse. This is the Dollar Tree farmhouse. That's my go-to. I think I do want to do that. There's a bunch of burlap pieces over here too. So I'm just gonna take this thing off. And that's what's great about this. You can take off the pieces that you want. And this handy dandy, ribbon holder. I want to say, I don't know if I got all of this from the ribbon holders. I can't remember if I got them from Amazon, probably. But kind of doing a mix of like, so I got some burlap. So that's one. I have Dollar Tree farmhouse ribbon. Love it. It's definitely a go-to. But let's see. I have some others. Oh, yes, I have other ribbon that's open. I kind of like to do like one kind of big piece in the back. Oh, you know what? I think I know what I'm going to do. Let's see. I'm going to put this back on the wall once I figured out how to do it. All right. Yeah, no, it goes this way. Okay. All right, so this ribbon holder is great. Just got to remember the right way to put it on. Like that. And then I want to steal this from the wall. Okay. So what I'm taking here now are these pieces. That can stay there. I want one of these. I like to add lace sometimes too. That's always fun. Might not have all of the ribbon in the moment that I can think to add, but just working with what I got in the moment. Yeah, I think the black will be a nice contrast. But yeah, that's good. Thank you. Yes, Beverly, thank you. I like it too. I like how kind of the color's muted a little bit. All right. For anyone that's been hanging on, I appreciate it as I work to sort this out. But yeah, this is literally a live craft stream. So, okay, so you'll kind of see how I do my ribbons live now. But I want to say this looks about perfect, but I'm going to do 2 of these in the background. Might be too short. Only time will tell. But these are my kind of thicker burlap like background pieces. Yeah, so I kind of have my 2 pieces like that I like to be in my background. But this is how I build it. And I totally just mess with it also as I'm going along. But this is Dollar Tree Farmhouse ribbon. Can't resist every time I see one. So I have tons of these, of course, but I use it so often I kind of feel like I have to pick it up when I see it because I don't want to run out. But I just love this, and like the back of it is just plain, but like so yeah, I'm just kind of measuring it to see if it's kind of like the same length. A little bit longer is fine too. I'm going to do a couple of those. The black will really pop. You know, just kind of a rough estimate of a cut here. All right, so as much as I like to layer this, I totally just kind of mess with it in the moment. So this isn't, it's like never the final, the first time I lay it out. And now it's a really short piece. I can't use that. But I got one of these. Might have to grab a couple more. I'm like, you know what? That looks good together. Do another one of these. Okay. So I have pretty much the pieces that I'm going to be using. All right. And then I'm just kind of trying to see. All right. I like it that way. No. So see what I mean? I just kind of mess with it until it's at a place where I like it. And I'm like, is this going to show up? It should show up because these wire pieces, what's great about these burlap wire pieces is they are bendable after you cinch them. So that's great. But, you know, the other pieces are just regular old burlap. I want this in the back like that. Just kind of messing with it, messing with it. Sometimes I'll add a button in the middle. You know? So, anyway. Yeah, so now I'm going to cinch it. And what I like to do is I cinch it with just regular old jute. I'm sure there's a lot of folks on here that are way more experienced with this than I am, but this is just my own personal method. But I don't like to do these ribbons a lot in my video because I end up just kind of coming up with these on the fly and then I don't think to film it. But also, like, people will literally argue with me in the comments, like, or try to. They'll be like, "You're not cinching it hard enough." And I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm sorry." And I'm like, "I'm just doing the best I can." But yeah, so it makes me not want to show bows like that because it starts arguments. I'm pulling it tight, I promise. Okay. And then when I open it up, this is the fun part. The bow might have been a little bit too small in the back. I'm gonna cut off the excess jute twine. Oop! Just knock over my ribbon tower. Okay, now's the fun time. You get to kind of pull things out so you can kind of see it. But here's the bow. Hopefully you guys can see it good. But okay. So we have our bow. And now we're gonna get our, that's a little bit too long. We're gonna get our lamb's ear in place. And these are really the finishing touches for this craft. Like we are almost to the end here. I feel like this is still too long. I don't know. You know what? I think maybe it does need to be kind of long. It's fine. Yeah, I think that needs going back so I can hide it. But I might be able to hide that with the ribbon. And I'm just talking to myself. I don't know what that is. Okay. Yes, I can actually hide it with the ribbon. Cool. There's just a piece here that I was not a fan of, and I was like, is this gonna show? Not if I angle it just right. Okay. I think I am gonna do floral wire. So now you guys can see what a hot mess I am behind the scenes. All right. All right, we have our top piece and our bow. I kind of do them separately. I don't know. This is kind of what I do. This is kind of like, okay, this looks pretty, but there's a lot of different stuff going on behind the scenes for it. But That's how it's gonna look. Okay. So now I'm just gonna glue it. Because I can't really wire it to the, I mean, I might be able to wire it to the thing, but I pretty much, my best bet is pretty much going to be hot glue. But I'm using Gorilla Glue, so it's like extra strong. But I will say, I think I didn't make this wire tight enough. All right, so I'm just pretty much gonna, yeah, I think I'm just gonna put the glue to the beads, but I need extra glue. So I started doing that trick with the glue gun where you like hot glue the end of it so that it sticks to the glue that's already in there. And so that way you never lose, like it just, you know, you don't have that weird gap in between where you're like waiting for the glue stick to catch up. So yeah, all right, gluing the beads. All right. I'm gonna just hold it down as best I can. I might have to glue some additional beads too. Also why I'm really glad I'm wearing gloves. But yeah, just need to hold it down a little bit so it stays. Oh yeah, I talk to myself the whole time I craft. Yep. So yeah, if you guys like these lives, I might start doing them more often. Probably on a Sunday, because that is when I was putting out my videos. My second video of the week. That leaf is being up. Look at this like leaf. I need to figure out what to do with this leaf. It's so awkward. I'm like, do I want to keep it? Do I want to cut it? I don't know. It's not going the right direction, so you know, I think I don't need it. I think I can afford to lose it. It's just so awkward. All right, bye. You're gone. Sometimes you just got to make the call. All right. All right, and then this is just gonna go there, and then we're pretty much donezo. I need to fix this ribbon. It's driving me crazy. I'm getting it on my wreath. Kind of cutting them on like a slant. All right. Yeah, I feel like they just look better that way. Just a little bit more professional. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I'm like, the whole time I'm second guessing myself, like, I think it looks cute, but you know, I don't know. It might look cute to me in the moment, but like, who knows? All right, hot gluing this down, and then we are done, you guys. And we'll see if I can figure out how to stop streaming, because this is a brand new setup. So we shall see. You might accidentally see me still on here by accident. All right, and I will be posting the final result here on YouTube. I will be posting the final result on Instagram. But this is what I made it on live, and I'm super proud of that. Super, super cute, I think. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this DIY, crafting live. So where am I going to put it in my house? That TBD, because I do have a bunch of shelves that my husband so graciously built to display my crafts, because we needed a place for them because it was taking up way too much space. He's like, we need a place for you. So, and so yeah, I'll probably put it on one of those shelves. I feel like I have so many wreaths hanging up already. I'm not sure if I will replace one of the wreaths that I have hanging up. I don't want to put this outside right now because it's kind of like winter and like, you know. But yeah, it actually turned out, I think, pretty stinking cute. So I'm very happy with this, and I'm glad that I could kind of repurpose this like bead ring in like another way, besides just making this like a lone like freestanding wreath. So I'm glad I found another purpose for it. But yeah, if you guys liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Yeah, I might actually put a button. Actually, here, I could put a button, or I could do like a bead, but it's kind of circular, so I don't know if it'll work. But I could do like a half bead, if you guys can see that. What do you think about that? So I have that. I have a whole bunch of buttons. Beverly, this does have a hanger on the back of it, or I could make like a wire hanger one, like not like a wire hanger. What am I saying? Like a floral wire hanger one. But let's see. I have all my buttons are like blue or like green, or like I don't have any like super cute ones right now. I might, yeah, okay. I might just do the half bead. It's not going to match the rest of the beads, but yeah, my buttons are not great. Okay, everybody wants a button. Let me see if I have, okay, let me pour them out. Let me see if I have a cute one. Let me see if I have a cute one, or like a medium-sized one. I'm trying to find just like a cute little one. But yeah, I have this half bead one. Very small wooden heart. I don't have anything that small. I'm having a hard time, you guys. I'm sorry. Let me pour out more. Maybe a little more. Okay, I'm just gonna pour them all out. I'll pick them up. I'll pick them up later. What are my? Oh, here we go. Here's some options. This one's kind of like a tortoise shell kind of thing. That might work. What do you think about that? So if I want to make more, Beverly, if I want to make more of a hanger, I could just take some floral wire and just kind of like loop it from here to here and just kind of create a little hanger in the back. I've done that before for some signs, if that helps. Paint the half bead. Yeah, I could do that. I could stain it so it matches the rest of this, actually. That's one thing I could do. Let me see if I have enough stain. I'm just glad you guys are still watching. I'm just surprised everyone is still on here with me. Thank you. All right, I'm distressing it right now to match the rest of the distressed beads. Just so that everything blends. Also, really glad I'm still wearing my gloves. Yep. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for your help. This was a group project, you guys. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that matches. Do you see? Can you guys see that clearly? Hopefully it's clear. But yeah, this was so much fun, you guys. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, bead. Half bead in the middle of a big butt. All right. keep getting little fuzzies. All right. Hopefully that shows up. But yeah, we have a contrast in the middle of the bow. Thank you guys. Yes, much better. I agree. Yeah. Okay. I think this is it. I think we're done. I might just do a little bit more, probably distressing on the sides here because it's a little bit too bright on this side and a little bit darker on this side. But I think that's pretty much it. Like, we really are done here. So I cannot wait to hang this up in my house. This is like perfect farmhouse for like spring. And yeah, hopefully I'll do another fun live like this soon. Next time I think of a project, well, you know what I was originally going to do was I was actually going to like take some, here, let me grab it. I was going to take some of these farm animals here and trying to see if I could maybe stack them or something on like a beaded wreath. But it looked really awkward to me, so I guess, I don't know, the chicken was like way too large. So, or rooster, I keep saying that, rooster. I think it's supposed to be rooster. Anyway, yes, thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, let's catch up another time. Let's try and see if I can do another live here. But my regular video schedules, just like my regular DIY videos, those are on Thursday nights. I try to aim for 7:30. I try to, you know, kind of post it at a time like past dinner time, but I'm on like the East Coast, so, you know, so pretty much 7 or 7:30 on the East Coast is what I try to do. But yeah, so look out for that on Thursday. And if you guys haven't heard, I am completely done with making Valentine's Day videos. Like, I am just done for the season. I'm spent. No more Valentine's Day for me. So I'm kind of diving into regular everyday farmhouse, spring. Hopefully that appeals to you guys. And also going to be doing Easter soon. Probably, I mean, beginning of February, probably Easter. And I know us crafters, we start really, really early. But funny enough, Easter this year is actually the weekend of my birthday. So Easter is April 9th. My birthday is April 8th. Ugh. I'm like, why do I always have to share my birthday with Easter? It's, but yeah, so anyway, Easter is coming very, very, very soon. But, yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and, yeah, that's great to know. You're on Spring and Bees. Laura, if you haven't seen my first spring video of the season, I did a craft that had bees in it, so definitely check that out if you haven't checked out that video. But that is my first spring 2023 video of the season, and I'm very, very proud of that video, you guys. I'm using Dollar Tree's new garden supplies and things like that, so definitely check it out if you haven't. And again, one last reminder, please hit thumbs up button if you are watching the video, and thank you so much, everybody. But yeah, I think I'm going to end the live here. Thank you guys so much for watching. So yeah, I would love to do another live soon. So yeah, this was fun. I get to actually hang out with you guys and chat. It's fun. But all right, I'm gonna end the live now if I can figure out how to do it. All right, I have my mouse. All right, thank you guys. Good night. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Bye, everyone.